Boyue, what are we going to do with you? Well, nothing apparently, because you're doing pretty good. But that wasn't always the case. 2020 posed a numerous amount of problems for Boyue. The virus hit them strong, that in conjunction with splitting up their company into manufacturing, distribution, and basically office management in different buildings. Before they were all under one roof, now they're all spread out. However, in 2021 they released 3 units, the P6, the P10 with note-taking, and the P78, which you see right in front of you. This unit looks great. It is a flush screen and bezel, it's got stereo speakers, USB-C, SD card, and Google Play. Yes, Google Play without any weird backdoor entries, it's just Google Play. However, one thing to note, there's only 2.4G Wi-Fi, no 5G. Alright guys, if you have joined us on the 6 and the 10, you will see that there's nothing different about this. In fact, it looks exactly the same, just in a smaller shell, or bigger if you're comparing it to the 6. Now it is 7.8, meaning that you get more screen real estate than a traditional 6-inch, and it's significantly smaller than a 10-inch. Now the downside about this unit is there is no note-taking. There's no stylus included, and no Wacom stylus works on it. That is, in fact, a huge letdown. We would have liked to see them continue the line of affordable note-taking devices, because the reason the P10 was so successful is that it was hundreds of dollars less than the competition that did roughly the same thing just because they didn't have Wacom licensing. This thing does employ the same grid layout system. It does have a drop-down up top. It has your contrast and volume controls that affect the entire system, which is fantastic, not just the home screen or any particular book. You do have Bluetooth, and you have battery saver, and you have, of course, A2 mode. A2 mode is very useful because a lot of devices just simply don't have it anymore. It's very light, and it does look like a mini P10. It's got the blue on the back, flush screen and bezel on the front, and the soft touch button at the bottom. The Boyue P line is very user-friendly and simple, from its grid system to its file manager. When you sideload things in, everything organizes itself really well. You can see that it reads a ton of formats, and it just puts everything in the correct place. Now, this is a book that we're going to show you, and note that you do not have to stick with this reading app. Because it is running Android, you can sideload things in or download from Google Play virtually any reading app you want. Page turns are very crisp, and you do have a lot of ways to change text. In fact, a ton of ways. There's double page, rotation, contrast, all the text augmentation you can shake a stick at, and 3 buttons to open up a full customization with over 100 points to change the size. Over here you can do long press, and what long press does is open up even more features. Copy, lookup, note, annotate, and even read back, which we're going to look at right now because this is running speakers.
6 to 7, and from 7 to 8, and regularly up to 12, then stopped. 12. It was past 2 and he went to bed. The clock was wrong. An icicle.
Alright, it is robotic, we understand that, and this is because it is a TTS system that works system-wide. On downloaded content, sideloaded content, it will work. There's not too many ways to change any of the voices or the male or female augmentation, but you do have timing, volume, and speed. PDFs look great, and I'm not going to say this is a perfect screen size for PDFs because even 10.3 is not the same shape as a real piece of paper, but this is dang good. You do have pinch and zoom as well with no minimap to assist you along the way, or zoom level for that matter, so that's a little bit of a letdown. You can go into that A2 mode we were talking about earlier by just turning that on. It reduces the overall quality of the image, but it speeds things up drastically. In fact, it removes all page turn animations and just simply flashes the next page. You do have some things down below, from typesetting to orientation. Now they say orientation, but it isn't. It's actually contrast control. This contrast control pertains to this PDF only. You do still have control over the system-wide contrast, but it won't work in A2 mode. It actually only works in normal mode, as you can see right here. It may not be the best screen size for full-page medical documents, but it is the best screen size for manga, because manga is pretty much 7.8 inches when you buy it at a store. It looks fantastic, it's very crisp. The flush screen and bezel doesn't really get in the way, although it would be nice to have a sunken screen, just putting less layers between your eyes and the viewable surface, but it is adequate. The P78 is pretty nice actually. Now, it didn't have note-taking, and that was a little bit of a letdown at first, but as we used it more and more, we come to realize that it's one of the only devices that is truly fully loaded. Google Play Store with an SD card, twin speakers, and a USB-C port. Not only that, but it is completely open to sideloading in APKs and your own content with a glow light. That's not bad. It's only $239.99 USD from the Goody Reader store, and we are a Boyue distributor, so that makes it actually one of the best overall bang for your buck packages you can buy currently. No, it's not in color, and again, there's no note-taking capabilities, but if you can look past those 2 points, this is a fantastic unit. You can head over to goodyreader.com/shop to pick it up, and stay tuned for more great videos coming from goodyreader.com for a full review of the P78 by Boyue Likebook. This is Peter.